Hello guys, it is hello guys, it is me again, it's HorrorFan34, and welcome back to another video. And welcome to day 3 of this 12 Days of Christmas challenge, where for 12 days for the month of December, you review one horror film per day. These are all Christmas-based horror movies. So of course, going on to day 3, I've already reviewed Silent Night, Deadly Night, and I also reviewed Christmas Evil for the first 2 days for this challenge. Now that we are on day 3 of this challenge, I figured I would talk about another one of the more underrated Christmas horror films that doesn't get talked about a whole lot, and that is a film from 2007. I actually do have it on DVD, but it was just like a pain, to, like I said, to get out of the closet, because there's a lot of stuff you got to pull out to get to it. So I'm just going to have nothing to show for it. Like, I'm not going to hold nothing up or things like that. So, but if you can tell by the title, that review is going to be on P2, which was a film that was released in 2007. Directed by Frank Calhoun. I think this is the same director that went on to do the Maniac remake with Elijah Wood, which I thought was really good as well. And basically the film, you have Rachel Nichols as your lead girl, you have Wes Bentley as the security guard guy. But the basic idea is that you have Rachel Nichols' character. You've seen her in a couple of other films as well. But she's a businesswoman who works at this business. And I think her boss, I believe it's her boss, by the actor of Simon Reynolds, which I think is pretty cool. Simon Reynolds was one of the main bad guys in Survive the Night, which I've talked about a lot of times already on my channel. Whenever I talk about Judgment Night, Survive the Night is Judgment Night with females as the leads, and Simon Reynolds plays one of the gang members, one of the bad guys in Survive the Night. So he's in this film as, I believe, as Rachel Nichols' boss, or an employee that she works with at her business. And basically, it's Christmas Eve, and she's parked in a parking garage, and she's going to her car. The car doesn't start, and then you have a security guard come over by the name of Thomas. No, not me. This is a different Thomas. Thomas is played by Wes Bentley. And he seems like a really nice guy. He says, hey, can I help you out with something? You need some help there. So, he's trying to help her out, but then as the night goes on, he turns out to be a really crazy guy. And basically she's pretty much stuck in this parking garage on Christmas Eve, and it's closed, and you have, Thomas, no, once again, not me, trying to get Rachel Nichols and trying to get her and stalk her and things like that. And that's pretty much what the film is about. Now, getting onto the film itself, I think this is one of the more underrated Christmas horror films. It's got horror elements in it, but it's more of like a thriller. But it does have some horror elements in it, which I think is really cool. Rachel Nichols does a great job as the lead girl. I think she does a really good job, and I think Wes Bentley does a great job as the villain of the movie, the security guard. It was really cool seeing Simon Reynolds, from Survive the Night. I mean, oh, wow, I know. I'm like, oh, that's the guy from Survive the Night. He was one of the bad guys. I think it's directed very well by Frank Calhoun, and I love the whole setting, too, inside of this parking garage. And on top of that, too, it takes place all in this one spot, in this parking garage. And it does have a really, very good, claustrophobic kind of, feel to the movie, where it's kind of set all in this one place inside this parking garage. And I think it does have some claustrophobic moments as well, because she's trapped in this parking garage while the security guy is trying to come after her. And he had one of the more scenes that makes me that got my skin crawling is when I think when she drops her cell phone. It's there's this metal gate that she can't get through. And then she's trying to reach for her phone, and then she scrapes her fingernail on the sidewalk, and you see blood, and it kind of makes you go oof, Very well done effects as well. I think the blood effects are very well done. And of course, spoilers. I mean, spoiler warning. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys know how the movie ends. The character of Thomas. Guess what? I die. Yay! I get lit on fire and I die. Yay! Well, that is spoiler warning in case if you haven't seen the movie yet. But I'm pretty sure you know how the movie ends. Just by the look of it. But I figured I'd put that in as a joke. So I hope I didn't spoil it for anybody out there. If I did, then I'm truly sorry. But anyways, I don't really know much more I can say about Pete 2. I mean, it's directed very well by Frank Calhoun. I love the setting. I like that it takes place around the holidays because this is a Christmas-based horror movie. I think Rachel Nichols does a good job. I think Wes Bentley does a good job. And you've seen Wes Bentley in a couple of other films too, whether it be like Ghost Rider or among many others. Simon Reynolds was cool seeing him. Really good gore effects. I like some of the blood effects that they have. Very claustrophobic, kind of like creepy atmosphere to the movie. And all in this one place. And overall, I think it's just a very solid Christmas thriller horror movie. And I highly recommend you check this film out. So, anyways, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Alright guys, take care.